Hey guys, Bret Johnson, Realty Network Group at Realty Executives. Welcome back to our video blog. Today's topic comes from the market being as well as it is. A lot of questions I'm getting about how do they buy a fixer-upper home, or what do I do if I want to flip and invest? So I've come up with a few myths versus facts about what you need to know if you're looking to buy a fixer-upper property. So the first myth that we come into is that you're going to make a killing by buying a home tens of thousands of dollars below market value and then immediately doing a little TLC to the property and selling it and making back tons of money. Well, the reality is, or the fact, is that home sellers price their home, especially if it needs a little bit of love or what we call a fixer-upper perhaps, at a equal or around equal value for what the amount of work needed for necessary repairs will be. So doing things like adjusting the style of the home or maybe higher end fixtures or updates may be difficult for you to recoup the amount of money you put into it, as you may go overboard for what the market will bear. And understand that sellers aren't dumb. They're not going to take a ton of money less on their home to build you in a spread so that you can do updates. They're just going to price it at what it's going to take to bring the home up to basically original condition for necessary repairs. The next myth that we run into is that buyers feel like you don't need a home inspection because you're buying a fixer-upper already. What's the point, right? Well, that couldn't be farther from the truth. The fact is that the home inspection is one of the most important contingencies we have in our contract. And it's probably the best money spent during that escrow. A home inspector is not only going to find out latent defects, maybe structural problems with the home that you can't see with the naked eye, but they can also give you some estimates on what it might cost to bring those things up to date and things that you'll need to know when you go to resell the home if you're looking to flip, or obviously if you're just looking to live in it, what you can anticipate. The next myth is that folks feel like it's better to buy a fixer-upper in maybe a less desirable neighborhood because they're going to spend less money and therefore possibly make more. Well, you know, as the adage goes, the true fact is, what's most important? Well, location, location, location. As funny as that may sound, taking into consideration some of the neighborhood areas, and when it goes to resell, what your ability to return on your investment will be because the neighborhood's better, it's definitely some factors you don't want to overlook just because you're trying to make the most amount of money on that flip. So the fourth myth that we run into is that oftentimes buyers purchase a home and they immediately think by doing a little bit of love to it, they're going to double their money. Well, the fact of the nature is that a home is only worth what a market will bear. So just because you put in some upgrades, you may not recoup what's going for that area. And if a buyer is looking at certain aspects, things like the location, maybe what the surrounding neighborhood looks like, or even more important, what surrounding amenities are, if you overdo it in a neighborhood, you may not get your money out. And those are actually more important factors than just buying at a lower price and hoping just to put some money in and actually make more on it. So be careful when you make that purchase. Everything's made on the buy side, and you got to be careful where you do that. And then the last myth that we run into, and it's not as common, but some of the folks look to buy a fixer-upper, maybe a single-family home, and then change the zoning in order to make it a multi-family operation and create more opportunity in that area. Well, the fact of the nature is it's easier said than done. Obviously, zoning laws and laws and factors of HOAs and things of that nature can restrict how many occupants, but more importantly, dictate the size of the home and the ability to change the features of it. So be careful, look into the numbers before you invest. In fact, what I've done on our website is a free report that gives you all the myths, all the facts, and some great numbers on example areas where you can run in order to run your numbers and find the best deal. So as always, feel free to call me if you have any questions. My cell is 602-502-6468, or click on this link below, order that free report, and be happy to share some other details with you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.